now is the time to be optimistic about the future. Now is the time to build the new Jamaica which we all desire.
With the 2019-2020 budget set, plans are now in motion to achieve the new Jamaica.
I say to this country, don't be afraid of prosperity.
I'm dreaming of a new Jamaica, a land of peace and love.
The success of any government lies with an efficient public sector. That notion is not lost on the Andrew Holness-led administration. In this fiscal year, the government will be instituting a new set of rules to select boards for the island's 163 public bodies.
Poorly run public bodies pose a threat to our economic program and fiscal certainty. Governance, Mr. Speaker, is of macro-critical importance.
Public sector efficiency is also expected to improve with the rollout of the second phase of the Jamaica House Fellowship Program.
I'm sure we will be getting a few permanent secretaries, director generals, and chief technical officers from this program.
A targeted approach will be taken towards the nation's health.
I'm happy to announce that the NHF will be adding lupus to the list of conditions covered by the NHF card.
Phase 2 of the solar lamp project will get underway in the fiscal year.
The PCJ this year will do another 5,000 at, I believe, an estimate of about $48,000. But this time we're going to be focused in St. Catherine and Clarendon.
And the housing component of Hope will be initiated with a new $1 billion social housing program.
We are going to be looking specifically now at people who have physical disabilities and the very poor.
The National Housing Trust NHT will also make owning a home easier. As of May 1, all NHT mortgages will see a 1% reduction in their interest rates. The income bands have been expanded to allow mortgages to access home grants. Prospective mortgages will have access to $6.5 million, a $1 million increase. There will be an increase in the construction loan limit for NHT lots. And starting May 1, the Trust will introduce intergenerational mortgages.
This budget is not just giving back to a certain class of people. This budget is providing something for everyone in Jamaica.
The National Housing Trust has set aside $39.4 billion to increase home ownership on the island in its 2019-20 budget. Of the 8,640 housing starts to be initiated, 4,714 are expected to be completed in the year. Partnerships have been struck with the Housing Agency of Jamaica to regularize communities in 5 parishes. 33 housing schemes across 11 parishes will be upgraded at a cost of $1.7 billion. The Trust will also be securing communities built through a $2 billion 7-parish police station upgrading project. The less fortunate will be taken care of through a $135 million refurbishing program targeting infirmaries. And the Parents Overnight Suite of the Bustamante Hospital for Children will also receive the NHT support in the fiscal year. The Development Bank of Jamaica has unveiled its Big E program targeting micro, small and medium enterprises $MSMEs. Entrepreneurs will have access to $25 million over a 5-year period. As an added incentive, the Inter-American Development Bank will pump $500,000 in grants to the program.
It is going to support the development of businesses at the very base of the economy, at the roots of the economy.
While not divulging much of his plan to secure Jamaica, Prime Minister Andrew Holness proposed new legislation that will give more powers to the security forces.
And we will do this in a very transparent and cooperative manner, because what we wouldn't want is for Jamaica's name to be tarnished by virtue of any misuse of capabilities.
The Human Employment and Resource Training Amendment Act 2019 has been tabled. This paves the way for the merger of the functions of the National Youth Service, the Apprenticeship Board, and the Jamaican Foundation for Lifelong Learning with the Heart Trust NTA. A $200 million focus will be placed on social enterprises in places supporting the less fortunate.
It will be a competitive process. They will have to apply The programs will have to make economic sense. I'm going to ask the DBJ to assist. If you left the island 2 years ago and you plan to return summer coming, you may not recognize some parts of Jamaica. Transformation is happening before your very eyes.
All projects under the Major Infrastructure Development Program will be completed within the fiscal year. And following that, the Greater Infrastructure Development Program GIDP will be implemented. Projects will include road development, water and sewer, drainage, bridges, transportation, as well as ICT and smart city infrastructure. $500 million will be spent on major bridges in 12 communities across 5 parishes. The 14.9-kilometer Montego Bay Bypass project is now in the design phase, with construction expected to start immediately after. And the first phase of the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project will get underway this fiscal year. It includes work on roads between Harbourview and Port Antonio, as well as the East-West Toll Road in Clarendon to Williamsfield in Manchester.
This will be the year of unveiling, or rather, the year we roll out the carpet. Under this government, blessings fall by the right hand.
The National Water Commission will be expanding its non-revenue water program to encompass St. Catherine, St. Mary, St. Anne, Trelawney and St. James. Communities affected by repair works will have water trucked to them. And plans are far advanced to undertake other water infrastructure projects in Westmoreland and St. Catherine.
61,000 persons in rural communities will now see prosperity, not trickling down on them, but showers of water through rural water.
$795 million will be spent on projects spanning upgrading and repairs, rainwater harvesting, and catchment tank rehabilitation.
That is what we are doing, Mr. Speaker, building a new Jamaica through action.